girl Missy missed. It's been a minute, and that's Missy Missed World of Curls. Something just made me come and decide, because the house is asleep, just to get up and do a video. So I said instead of venting, I'll go ahead and just maybe do a hair video. I've tried several times already with this camera. You guys know that's why I don't really do videos. It's a brand new camera. It's just so difficult to work. So if I'm not using my cell phone to do little tiny little videos that are just a few seconds at a time or a few minutes at a time, I really don't do videos anymore. But we'll see what happens. My camera card is full because my husband has decided to try and use it. And I've been deleting, this is like my third time. So if it goes off this time, then that just means that I just need to go take my shower and take my butt to bed. Anyway, today is July 30th. Yesterday was the twins' birthday. They made 10. So with this whole COVID stuff going on, of course we didn't have a party this year. But they did have their cousins and some of their Fortnite friends come by and do a drive-by, which was really great because it surprised us all. And the twins, they were just ecstatic, and they got balloons and gifts and cards and everything, and got a chance to see their peers. So that was a great thing. What I need this, you guys. Let me tell you, I need this. I've been working at this for an hour, so if it's not telling me how much time I have left on the SD card. It just says video has stopped. So if video has stopped populates again, then the night has stopped. Okay? Okay. Cheers. So I have not been taking care of my hair lately. I'm not gonna lie. Since we've been in quarantine, I'm in Miami, Florida. I really, I don't put on makeup anymore. My hair's always up in a bun. I always have on, I'm one of those girls, and I've never been one of those girls. Like my mom taught me, if nothing else, you dress up, you fix up. But what is there to do? Like, you put on lipstick and then you have to go out and wear a mask. So why have on lipstick, right? So what's been happening lately is that the mask that I was using, that's a whole nother video that I already posted. So if you guys take a look at maybe the third video back, you'll see that I said I broke out really badly on my chin. And I told you that I would be using my Dermalogica, and it has worked, and it's still working. So I know for sure that it was because I wore that blue surgical mask that came from China. So be really, really, really particular as to what kind of mask that you guys wear. Okay, but check my video out, because we have a company that we sell masks, and I just didn't have it on that day. You have to wash them before you wear them, and I was in a hurry and didn't have time to do that. I went to the doctor and I broke out. So my skin is just, it's wonderful, but it's like it's a curse at the same time, because like it just breaks out. I can eat something and I'll have like a light rash, or it's just messed up. You can rub my arm too hard and I'll get hives on my arm, or it's just, and it's always been that way. But I don't have a lot of pores on my skin, which is good, but I guess it's not that great, because look what happens. I break out so easily. Okay, you guys, my hair has been washed. It has not been cleared out in a while, so I anticipate losing quite a bit of hair. Now, I shed in the summertime anyway, but during Super Bowl, when was that, January, February, whenever that was, here in Miami, I had long braids, extensions, and they were like down to my butt. My hair, although I have a lot of it, and I have like 2 strands and in some spots 3, that are growing out of one follicle, my hair has gotten finer over the years. And with it being finer, I can't take a lot of weight on my hair. And I purchased the hair. Why is this not on? I purchased the hair thinking that it would be fine, and I knew as soon as it was done, it was beautiful. And maybe I can insert a picture, but it just didn't I can't see myself in this mirror. I just couldn't my hair couldn't handle the weight. So I literally lost my hair in globs. I'm a person who takes care of my hair when it's especially in a protective style. So I've been using an oil, not this oil, but I'm not really an oil girl because of that very reason. My hair grows pretty fast. And when I use oils on my hair, if it's in a protective style, twist or whatever it is, even like, you know, with no extensions, just my regular hair twisted out, if I use oil, wherever my new growth begins, I'll get a knot there. And then when it's time to take it out, literally my hair will pop from the new growth, like wherever the new growth is and where the older hair is, that line of demarcation, I have to be ever so gentle with it. So I'm trying it again. I purchased this oil. This is Camille Rose, and it's a cocoa nibs and honey ultimate growth serum. And it says a healing hair oil blend crafted to combat thinning and hair breakage. So this is what I've been using. And just because hair oils are kind of, you know, in vogue right now. But I don't keep any styling long enough to really, well, I'm not going to keep it in long enough to really see, you know, if it's going to cause an issue this time, because I'm just not going through it. So what I planned on doing was a long tutorial on how I do my two-strand twist. A lot of people ask, when I do two-strand twist, either I'll just wear them out and rock them as a style, or I'll sometimes pin curl them, and then I get like this really, really not just curly, because with my hair in its normal state, it's curly, but I'm sorry. But what will happen is that it'll make it like really bushy and a different type of curl, like a uniform curl. So I'm not going to do that tonight. Maybe I'll pin curl it tomorrow. But right now, I'm just going to show you guys. Maybe this will be a video about how much hair you lose if you just don't take care of your hair. So I have a spray bottle here with it, which is just regular water, and it's one of the ones that has the continuous spray. So you just press it one time and it just continues. I'm sure you guys have all seen these in the hair supply stores. And oh my gosh, my luck. It is just not meant, you guys. I'm not going to tell you on my throw. I was going to say I'm going to be using the Curl Enhancing Smoothie by Shea Moisture. Are you going to... Okay, so this is what I'll be using, right? Haven't used it in a while, so I thought that it had solidified. It fell upside down. I have a throw here. This is the throw. And the whole thing just spilled. My husband calls me Lucy. I'm like, I got you, Lucy. But yeah, he calls me Lucy. You have to watch what people call you, though, because sometimes they put that into the atmosphere and then you actually become that. He needs to call me genius because that's what I am. So now I have to have that dry clean. Who's doing that anytime soon? Do you guys go out for like trivial things like that? And we are playing it like really, really close. Like we barely go anywhere, which is probably why I don't sleep well. And just wanted to kind of vent tonight, but then decided to just do my hair. So I'm going to put my hair into 4 parts. And I'm not even going to clear this out yet. I need a good trim. So that'll be 1. And I'm not being rough. It might sound like it, but I'm not. This will be 2. Normally what I would do is take a shower. I would wash my hair. I would really condition it really well. Yeah, and never really just do twist outs on completely, not just dry hair, but hair that hasn't been maintained and it's just like froey, but like dry froey. You know what I mean? That's why I said I'll use a little bit of the oil on it, which I normally don't do with oil. But what's been happening with you guys? How are things going for you? Are you guys quarantining? Here in Florida, it's like the new epicenter of the end of the freaking world. People here are crazy. But what I think is that, and Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club always says it, that the craziest people are from the Bronx and from Florida. And I'm from the Bronx and I live in Florida. So I always laugh when he says it. But think about it. The Bronx really got hit really hard. Like we lost 5 people in total. 4 were family members and from COVID. And it was just really bad. You know, bad time. It's been horrible for us. And one that was an in-law. But, you know, that's still family. You guys can't see how long my hair is because I'm low. I don't want you to see my bottom because I just have a towel. But let's see if you can see it this way. Okay. So my hair actually right now, look how tangled. My hair right now is, I would say, like underarm length. So, where to here. So that's pretty long, considering I haven't been taking care of it. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is just do some freestanding. I was going to do some that's parted, but I'll just do some, let's just get started and we'll see what happens. So you guys, today was John Lewis's final homegoing. And I posted, you know, about what a hero he was and all that he went through. I can remember vividly feeling some kind of way back when Hillary Clinton was running and Barack Obama was running. And I didn't know much about him, you know, even though I, consider myself up on our history. Of course, I know about Martin Luther King and all of that, and I know about what is it, Bloody Sunday, but I didn't know about him in particular. And I remember watching him literally cry during an interview, and he said that it was the hardest choice that he had ever had to make, because he had given Hillary Clinton his word that he would vote for her had she run for office, for president. And he had no clue at that point that Barack Obama, I don't know if he didn't know that he wasn't going to be in the race, or that he wouldn't, if America wasn't ready for a black president, and that he wouldn't do so well in the primaries. But his heart was so pure that he cried because he had to renege. He said there's no way that, he could go through everything that he had gone through with Dr. Martin Luther King and the whole civil rights movement. There was just no way that he could renege on what he spent his entire life fighting for. And to see a black president, the first black president, it would go against everything that made him who he was. But he cried. It was a hard decision, because he said he had given his word that he would endorse her and vote for her, but he couldn't do it. So at that point, that's what put him on my radar. I was like, okay, is this guy okay? Initially, that should be a no-brainer. Barack Obama is the next best thing since, I don't know what, since sliced bread. You know what I mean? But remember, he had been in politics for years. And during the eulogy, Barack Obama made mention that he was president because of Mr. Lewis, because of his work and his efforts to be able to, help us through with some civil liberties. And I understood at that point that it just would have been, it would have been just something that his heart could not take, because everything he fought for was before him, and that possibility was there, and ultimately became became our truth. It became real that President Barack Obama was voted into office as the first black president. So, I understood his dilemma, but just the fact that it hurt him so much, it really made me look at him, and recognize who he was. And then I began to follow him because, I'm really into politics. And I was, I always loved his stance on things because he told the truth. He spoke the truth. And it wasn't about being right or wrong. He made mention about one of his best friends happened to be white during one of the Congress hearings. And, there was some issue on the floor about one of the guys who was a Republican who might have been prejudiced, and he was like, no, like he was like one of my great friends. So he just was like they don't make them like that anymore. You know what I mean? So we lost a great guy. We really did. And I was so happy to see that he was able to take those pictures with the Black Lives Matter in Washington in the street, as well as to write his final op-ed in the, I believe it was the Post, which I haven't had a chance to read, but you know, they've been speaking about it all day. So, oh, my hair is so tangled, you guys. I might not make it through. I might have to just talk to you guys and do this the right way tomorrow, because this is going to be a while. But let me ask you guys this. Okay, so I also made mention about this on my Instagram, which is Missy_Mist. Okay, so the former Atlanta mayor, not the one that begins with a K, his name is Bill Campbell. When he came out to speak, he walked up to the podium. They immediately removed his microphone, the one that was used previously. They had someone else scurry over, get a new microphone, and actually attach it and also maneuver it so that it's positioned so that the former mayor of Atlanta, was able to give his, eulogy or his comments about Mr. Lewis. And I thought it was a great idea, and they had been doing it with some people. And right after that, Jennifer Holliday sang her song, and then our president, Barack Obama, does his little strut, and he, walked out there. I was like, oh my God, look at him walk. Anyway, so he walks out, and I have it recorded on my Instagram. He walks up to the podium, and he gives one of these to the minister, and it was at I think it was Ebenezer Church in Atlanta, the one where Martin Luther King basically helped to found and the rest of the whole civil rights movement group. And long story short, when he got up to the podium, he put his book down and he kind of looked down, and then he did a little look to the right and then a little look to the left, and he had a little look of frustration because his microphone was already there. Odd. I'm like, okay, well, maybe they switched it out because they showed him walk in. I'm like, okay, let me just give them the benefit of the doubt, right? That they switched it out. But to actually touch the microphone and have to position it, where they didn't do that with Mr. Campbell, the former mayor, not the nation's president, but the former mayor had his position so that he never once touched the microphone. Whereas President Barack Obama not only touched it once, but maybe 4 or 5 times in order to get it positioned properly so that he could be heard, and that it was close to his, enough to his mouth so that he could be heard through the mic. And I'm just praying. I'm like, oh my God, please, just, for a minute it looks like his hand might have been in his pocket, but I think it was just to put his mask, because he did wear a mask there. I thought maybe he, just stuck his mask in his pocket. But I'm thinking in my head, I hope Michelle Obama said, put some Lysol wet wipes in your pocket just in case. Like some loose ones, or a little bit of hand sanitizer in his pocket, because he did stick his hand into his pocket for a minute. And again, when he came back up, he did not have his mask. So he clearly did stuff it into his pocket. But I'm hoping that he did a little cleaning while he was in there, because that's what I would do as a wife. I would tell my husband, look, Patrick, put these in your pocket just in case someone shakes your hand and you don't want to be rude and squeeze, you know, any type of hand sanitizer in front of them. Just stick your hand in your pocket, clean it real quick, and then bring it back out. So I'm hoping that's what happened, because as he was in the midst of his wonderful eulogy, he rubbed his eye, his right eye. And you don't know how my mind thinks. I'm like, now, see, I hope they're not with the okie doke, because no one else had to go through that. President Bush was there, which I was really proud. President Clinton was there. And I don't remember any of them having to actually touch the microphone. So, say a prayer for our president, you guys, that they're not playing any games, because Trump does not like Obama whatsoever. And I don't even want to get on Trump, because I just can't. That'll be all night. But in regards to voting, I know that we talked about this 4 years ago, and I said vote your demographic, vote your economic status, vote your this, vote your that. Vote Biden. We do not need a dictator. Trump is a dictator. Trump, to me, is like a Russian informant. Do not vote for Trump unless you want things, not even the status quo. Because this man, during his last 4 years, are you kidding me? The people who he's pardoning right now, all of these people have things on him. And that is the reason why he is pardoning these people who have already been convicted, who are already in jail, and their claim is, oh, well, they haven't done anything that warrants them dying of COVID. Oh, and people who smoked weed or sold weed, or who was addicted to drugs, or who was broke and stole a car, or even if they weren't broke, they're just a thug on the street and they stole a car. Do they deserve to die because of Corona? No. No, a life is a life. You know what I mean? Now, this man is just so prejudiced, it's unbelievable. I said I wasn't going to get into him because I feel my head starting to hurt. But you guys, please early vote. Do it. And make sure that your ballot gets to where it needs to go. Because I understand that they're slowing down, Trump rather, is slowing down the postal service in some shape, form, or fashion. And that is going to be the way that he's able to prevent Biden from winning. Disenfranchise voters by way of fraud. He doesn't even need Russia right now. He's doing a heck of a job himself by just his tweets alone. And he had the nerve to actually say during a tweet today how we need to change the day of voting because of COVID. And it's really because he hasn't been able to get out there and do his honky-tonk dances and give his hate speeches. That's what it's all about. He hasn't had a rally. And the last rally that he had, which is in Tacoma, as you guys all know, Herman Cain got sick and died from COVID. Herman Cain is the former presidential candidate, the black guy, not the brain surgeon, because that's what I thought it was as well, not him, who